This conference will now be recorded.
Sound ತೋರಿಸಿ ಆರಾಮ್ ಓಕೆ ಈಗ ನಾ ಕಾಣತ್ತ ಅವರು ಇಲ್ಲ ಇದು ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಇದು ಪಿಪಿಟಿ ಕಾಣತ್ತಲ್ಲ Hello, good afternoon. Hello.
Good afternoon, sir.
Hello. Getting the things? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Is it screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Now, what is there in the on the screen?
Sir,
Anyone? Anyone? What is there on the screen at present? My sound audible? Sound is
Channels
clear?
and Marmal, sir.
Channels and Marmas. Okay. Now this movement, what I am doing here, you are getting the mouse movement there. See, I am moving
Yes,
the
sir.
mouse.
Yes, sir.
Is it visible? This movement of mouse there in on
Yes,
your
sir. Yes, sir.
mobile.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. So had your food all? खाना हो गया आप लोगों का? Hello. Hello.
Yes,
Shall
sir.
we start? Now you should,
Yes,
madam,
yes, sir.
see here, those who are there, you should talk now. Then only I can understand whether you are there or not. Otherwise, it is simply a waste class. Are you there? Please say yes, sir. Everyone must say yes, sir, so that I can continue my class.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. Had your food? खाना हो गया आप लोगों का?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
अब सो जाओ फिर. सो जाएंगे क्या क्लास चालू करेंगे?
Class चालू करेंगे, sir.
Okay, okay. So previously, that means last class has Marma is concerned. So what we have discussed, anyone, please just brief that the portion completed last two previous classes. Anyone? What we have explained or told or last दो class में? Anyone, please reply fast.
मारे थी मरमानी.
Okay, what?
मारे थी मरमानी.
मारे थी मरमानी. Okay, what does it means? Meaning क्या है? Hello? It is the definition. Is there only one definition or is there any another definition regarding marma is concerned?
No.
Any other definition other than mara inti marmani?
जीवस्थानंतु मर्म, sir.
Okay. So previous class that we have discussed the in concern with the marma vastu, that I have told marma vastu are like snayu, sandhi, sira, mamsa, asti. So all these are considered as marma vastu. Then according to Ashtanga Hridaya, one more point added by Ashtanga Hridaya is the Damani Marma. Whereas Damani Marma or Damani Marma Vastu is not added by Shushruta Acharya. So now that we have discussed previous class, there is a definition where there is the junction of all these, then that part or that portion of the body is called as Marma. But in generally, as a general point of view, where we can easily damage or injured to that to those particular structures. So in some places the bony prominents are very prominent. In some places arteries are prominent where they are just below the skin, so that easily we can damage. This is the concept. So marma basically concept is what here, how, which are the body parts and which are the structures there at that particular part of the body, so that easily you can damage. The depth of injury is very important. So previous class these things have been discussed. So now today I am moving towards the next part, that is the marmas which are present in the upper limb. So altogether 44 marmas are present, including 2 upper limb and 2 lower limb. 44 means 11 marma in each limb. 11 marma in the right hand, 11 marma in the left hand, 11 marmas are in the right leg and same way on the left leg, and all together they form the 44 marmas which are present in the upper limb and lower limb. Is it clear? If I say is it
Yes,
clear,
sir.
then you should say something about
Ye-
either yes sir or
Yes,
no
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
so that I can understand here by your answer, so that all are alive, even including teacher. Is it clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, uh, classification that according to Parinama, according to Shakagata, that is whether they are related to upper limb and lower limb marmas. Then according to Parinama means whether if the injured marma it causes immediate death or later death, like that. Sadhyo pranahara marma, Kalantara pranahara marma, Vishalagna marma, then Vaikalekara means Vikalata, then Rujakara marma. This classification is according to on the basis of effect of injury. How depth of injury, that injury I have told, whether it is a blunt injury or whether it is a stab injury or sharp pointed injuries, accidental injuries, or any head injury or trauma, that all included under the heading of injury or the trauma itself. Then these classifications, that is the effect of injuries. Then comes to the next one is the according to the marma vastu that we have discussed last class. Previous class I have sent all the PPT. I think everyone have gone through that particular PPT. So mamsa marma, sira marma, sandhi marma, asti, and snayu marma, and one more is by tamani marma by Ashtanga. So what happened to that if that particular mamsa marma is damaged? The list of symptoms, lakshanas they have given. Suppose if there is any injury to sandhi marma, the lakshanas, I think these things have been discussed last class, and I request all the students please go through the slides, and I have made it very easy, simple slides, so that you can understand then the different signs and symptoms of injury to the marmas. Now today I will be discussing about the upper limb, and they are categorized under the whether it belongs to Kalantara Pranahara marma, Sadhyo Pranahara marma, and also according to Anguli Pramana. Anguli Pramana also they have mentioned 1 Anguli Pramana, 2 Anguli Pramana, 3 Anguli, and half Anguli Pramana. So most of the most are half Anguli Pramana. Now today, as we are discussing about upper limb marma, and most of the upper limb marmas are the Vaikalekara marmas, and very few are Rujakara marma. So these two categories, Vaikalekara means what happened here? Either it gives rise to severe pain or deformity or Vikalata of the shaka or the limbs. Vikalata of the shaka or limbs. Vikalata means in terms of not able to perform the actions here, or the paralysis of the upper limb, or it may be the paralysis of the lower limb, or if it is joint injury, any tremors, abnormal shaking of the hand, abnormal not able to move the hands, like that. There are so many symptoms, lakshanas they have told in terms of what happened to the injury to that particular marma. So he has already we have dissected the upper limb so that everyone knows the arrangement of the upper limb. So it is mainly classified into a brief. I will highlight about the anatomical aspect so that you can understand while dealing with the marma here, upper limb marmas. So in upper limb we have dissected in this manner. In this manner means first we have dissected pectoral region, then we have reached the deltoid region where we have deltoid muscle, then we have reached to the arm region. In the arm again we have biceps brachii muscle, brachialis, and on the back side it is the triceps muscle, and one more is the coracobrachialis muscle. So there we have given some names. So according to the names means what here, arteries are there. It's called as a brachial artery because the arm is also considered as brachium. So that according to reason, they have given the names: brachial artery, brachial vein, biceps brachii. All these are belongs to the particular part of the body, that is the arm. So when in the same way, when coming to the next part, that is the forearm. So there also we have got the number of muscles: flexor group muscles, deep muscles, superficial muscles, and on the same way backside also we have the deep muscles and the superficial muscles. Not only muscles, there also we have the blood vessels and nerves are also there. Basically, the upper limb is supplied by three important nerve. That is the one is the median nerve. Why it is a median nerve? Because it is placed in the median plane. So it is called as a median nerve. And one is ulnar nerve that supplies on the medial side. And one more is the radial nerve. So all this is the radial nerve is the posterior compartment nerve. So all these three nerves supplies the upper limb. And basically they origin from brachial plexus. So brachial plexus means here few of the nerves forms the nerve plexus and supplies the upper limb. And when it comes to the hand here, now forearm is over. Now coming to the hand here, hand again you will see the very small muscles, and those small muscles are called as brevis muscles. And again you will come across the arterial anastomosis. The arterial anastomosis we call it as the superficial and deep palmar arch. Then from the palmar arch, again the number of branches which supplies the digits. So in the hand again, on the palmar side, the median nerve and the ulnar nerve also distribute the hand here on the palmar side, as well as on the dorsal side, the radial nerve supplies the hand here. Hand means, anatomically hand means only the palm, and forearm means it is between wrist joint to elbow joint, and arm is between elbow joint to shoulder joint. So this is about the overall arrangement of the upper limb. Once again, I'll repeat: upper limb. In the upper limb, we have the more in a few places the muscle is prominent, like biceps brachii muscle, and in a few places of this upper limb we have the bony margins where we can feel very easily. That is, for example, the trochlea of the ulna, olecranon of the ulna, and the head of the ulna, and knuckles. These are very bony prominent, so that easily we can feel on the skin surface and easily we can damage those things. Like that, even sandhis are basically, sandhi means joints here. The three joints are very important. One is the wrist joint, elbow joint, and shoulder joint. In the same way, the lower limb, that is the ankle joint, knee joint, and hip joint are most important, because the marmas which are present here in these joints called as same name. Suppose if it is the kurpara marma, that is kurpara sandhi. Then in the same way, if it is manibandha marma, it is manibandha sandhi. Like that, it is same. So is it clear now, getting the things? Are you there, students?
Yes, sir.
It is the brief about upper limb is clear. Briefing.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Now we have seen number of tendons in the upper limb. The few are very small tendons, and few are very long tendons. The long tendons which are passing from forearm, and they passes through the palm, and finally they reach the fingers. For example, flexor digitorum profundus. Please remind all or catch though the dissected part, so that you have during the dissection that you have gone through these all points. So they origin in the forearm, the tendon travel through the palm, reach the digits. So this is all about very common things. That overall idea about upper limb is there are few structures very prominent, easily we can feel, not only feel, easily we can damage such things. Anatomical snuff box. I think you heard about this word, anatomical snuff box.
Yes,
Everyone?
sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
You make it anatomical snuff box so that you will get two tendons there. So those two tendons easily you can damage. Is it possible what I am telling? Everyone, please try to make it anatomical stuff box. Clear now, everyone? Are you doing there?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that you will get 2 tendons over there. So easily you can cut those 2 tendons.
Yes, sir.
Easily can cut now. If those 2 tendons, if they were cut, then we are not able to extend the thumb. This is the concept here. Now we'll discuss one by one. Is it clear now? Shall we start now? Main topic.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now in the picture, what you are seeing there, where it is, the location is.
Between.
Now, what is the name of the marma? What is the name of the
Shipra.
marma? Now you are getting.
Hernia.
Okay. Okay. Now what is the name of the marma? Kshipra. So now can anyone please locate the marma there by seeing the diagram? Where is the location of marma? Anyone please just define what is the location
Between the
of.
thumb and the index finger.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
very nice.
Between thumb.
So, very nice. The marma is called as Kshipra marma and it is located in the between the thumb and index finger. Thumb and index finger. Just I will read out the shloka which is from Shushruta Sharira Marma 6th chapter. That is the Marma chapter. So it explains like this. Padasya angusta anguliyor madhya. Padasya means what? Pada means what here? Like that hand we should consider. Padasya angusta. Angusta is thumb or big toe. Then angulir. Anguli means here index finger. Your madhya. Digits. So whatever the point is there, and that point is called as Kshipra marma. Is it clear, everyone? Now you have to tell yes, sir, or no. Otherwise, I will get confused.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now, I request all the students, please follow
Yes,
the
sir.
shlokas which are there in the Shushruta Sharira 6th chapter. So every time it is not possible to read the shloka and explain those shlokas. Today I will just explain all the shlokas and along with the diagrams, but the next classes I will not explain about the shlokas, but I will brief about the locations and their anatomical structures. The anatomical structures present over that particular part. Is it clear now?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, if only I will highlight today, later I will send this format, and you please follow this format through the Google Classroom so that you can understand. And I will highlight briefly. And this Kshipra marma is considered as Snayu marma. Snayu we can compare with here a ligament or tendon. Okay. If here at this junction, if there is any injury to this part, that leads to what here? Akshepana, that is convulsions. Convulsions matlab जो हिचकी जैसा होता है, convulsions, and patient may go under, or patient there may be a death like this. Here they have given tatra viddasya akshepana maranam. This is the quotation which explains about the Kshipra marma. So all remaining aspect here, please follow later onwards through the Google Classroom. Is it clear now? Kshipra marma is clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
The location
Yes,
is
sir.
between thumb and index finger, and it is the Snayu marma, and it is Kalantara Pranahara marma. So under Kalantara means what? If injury to the Kalantara Pranahara marma, patient may survive up to 15 days or 30 days. If it is treated properly, he can survive with some deformity. If it is not treated, the patient will definitely die within 30 days. So this is the explanation about the Kalantara Pranahara Marma. So this Marma belongs to Kalantara Pranahara Marma. Then as Marma Vastu, it is Kshipra Marma. Is it clear? Now, as effect of injury. So what type of effect of injury has given here? That is, one is the convulsions, then death here. Then second Marma is, now you should read the second Marma. Here it is. Which Marma? Please read
Puricha.
out. Here, this
Puricha.
side. What is that?
Talaridaya.
Very nice.
Puricha.
That is the Talarudaya. Where exactly it is present? Please discuss the students. Where exactly it is present?
Mid of the hand.
Middle of the palm.
Okay, middle of the palm or the center of the palm. Okay, very nice. So what a quotation explains how to locate this marma. Listen carefully. Madhyama anguli. Anguli means digits. Madhyama means middle finger. Madhyama anguli anuparvena. That is anuparvena means from that madhya padatalasya talarudayam. If a line is drawn from the middle finger to the center of the hand, if that point is there, that is called as talarudaya. So what is the explanation here? That explains, if a line drawn from the middle finger which is reaching to the center of the palm, and that center of the palm is called as talarudaya marma. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So, okay. So already we have dissected this part, so that you have seen the thenar muscles and hypothenar muscles by the side. So you can see some arteries are anastomosing there. One is superficial palmar arch, G palmar arch, and along with the palmar arch, here we have the median nerve branches is also present at this junction, and this is a very important junction. If injury to this may lead to the severe pain, that is the ruja, then death is going to occur. So this is about what here? According to reference. Once again, I'll read the shloka. Please try to read yourself shlokas from the Samhitas. Madhyama anguli anuparvana madhye padatalasya talarudayam nama tatra rujabir maranam. Ruja means pain and marana is death is going to occur. And it is also considered as kalantara pranahara marma. If it is treated properly, patient survive. If not, he will die within 30 days, and it belongs to mamsa marma. So here the predominance is the mamsa marma. So whereas in the kshipra marma, the predominance is the ligaments and tendons, that is the snayu. Is it clear now? What happened if there is any injury to kshipra and talarudaya marma? Both are considered as kalantara pranahara marma. Then even if it is left as it is without treating, the both kshipra and talarudaya marma, the finally marana is going to occur. That is, the death of the person is going to occur. Now, one more. Please read the next marma.
Kurcha.
Kurcha.
Everyone, please
Kurcha.
say kurcha.
Kurcha.
Now everyone. Now I don't know how many students are there. Please,
Kurcha.
all the students, please reply the which marma now I am dealing.
Kurcha.
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 Kurcha. Very nice.
Kurcha.
Okay. Okay. Now just see the location. It is very close to the kshipra marma. Very close to means what here? Kshipra marma is present in between the thumb and index finger. If you see the location, it is just above the kshipra marma. It's called as kurcha marma, or we can say that the base of the thumb. We can say, what is that? The base of the thumb is the location. So then what is the quotation? Kshiprasya uparisto ubayataha. Kshipra uparishta means above the kshipra marma, is called as kurcha. If there is any injury, tatra padatalasya talarudayam nama. Tatra rujabir maranam. If there is any injury, tatra padatalasya talarudayam nama. Tatra rujabir maranam. If there is any injury, tatra padatalasya talarudayam nama. Tatra rujabir maranam. If there is any injury, tatra padasya brahmana vepana bhavatah. Brahmana vepane bhavatah. Later I will tell you. Where is the location? It is just above the upari means above the kshipra, or anatomically we can look at as the base of the thumb, or first carpo metacarpal joint, very close to the what? First carpo metacarpal joint, so that we are able to do all flexion, extension, abduction, adduction and apposition of the thumb. So it is the which joint? First carpo metacarpal joint. That joint we can consider as kurcha marma above the kshipra marma. So any injury to this marma is considered as snayu marma and vaikalyakara marma. What is the vaikalyakara marma here? Vaikalyakara means vikalata, deformity. Deformity ho sakta hai. If it is not treated, deformity means what here at this junction? If any injury to this point, what kurcha point, the patient or the anyone who is not able to move his thumb. If kurcha marma, if it is injured or damaged at that junction, the patient cannot move his thumb. He cannot move the apposition movement. No flexion of the thumb, no extension, no abduction, no adduction. So this is the kurcha point. And vepana. Vepana means what here? Tremor. Tremor of the hand. Tremor of the hand means what? Abnormal movement of the hand. Where in normally there is no tremor. Tremor means what? Abnormal involuntary movements. So when a person is conscious, there is no tremors, there is no movement, abnormal movement. But when there are some injuries to nervous system, or brain injuries, or spinal cord injuries, or some local injury to the nerve, leads to abnormal tremors. So abnormal tremor of the hand, then brahmana, patient may undergo giddiness. There may be a severe loss or may suffer from the giddiness if kurcha marma is damaged. Is it clear? Now, which are the three marmas? Now we are discussing there. One, Kshipra
marma.
between
Marma,
Talarudaya,
Talarudaya, Kurcha.
and all they are present in the hand. They are very close to each other. They are not away from each other. See, the location is very close to each other. Kshipra is between thumb and index finger, and Talarudaya is center of the palm. Then Kurcha is, that is the base of the thumb, or above the Kshipra marma. Now, a very important one more marma is the Kurcha Sira marma. Kurcha Sira marma. Now, all the students getting the things, or getting any confusion?
Clear, sir.
Getting, sir.
The topic what you are getting now, is it clear or getting any confusion? Confusion ho raha hai?
Clear.
No, sir. Clear, sir. Clear.
If you are confused, I will request all the students, please read yourself so that you can understand the marma concept. How to understand the marma concept means you have to read the shlokas. There they have given the word like this: pada, angusta, anguli, madhyama anguli, tarjani, kshipra, like that, gulfa, sandhi, pada, janga, like that. These are all very important term, so that on your own body you should locate the marmas, then you will understand the concept of marma. Now, already I have told, the most of the marmas of the upper limb and lower limb are vaikalyakara. They produce basically deformities or pain, or the rujakara marma. Now here I am discussing about kurcha sira. Where is the location of kurcha sira? Please, anyone, please tell me where you will find flexor retinaculum word. You heard about this word, flexor retinaculum? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So where it comes?
sir.
Location of flexor retinaculum? Is the location of flexor retinaculum?
Wrist.
Okay, wrist. Very nice. Same way we have the extensor retinaculum. Extensor retinaculum is there or not?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So whatever the retinaculum, whether it is extensor retinaculum, whether it is the flexor retinaculum, that retinaculum location is nothing but the kurcha sira location. That is what the shloka says here. Gulfa Sander Adaha. Gulfa means here they have given some the similarities between Gulfa Sandhi here. We should consider as Manibandha Sandhi. उसके नीचे मणिबंध संधि मीन्स व्हाट, रिस्ट जॉइंट के नीचे जो पॉइंट होता है वो है कूर्च शिरा, दैट इज बिलो, जस्ट बिलो द रिस्ट जॉइंट. सो दिस मे बी probably the location of flexor retinaculum and extensor retinaculum on the palmar side and the dorsal side. See here, whatever the points they have told on the basis of only external location, but they have not mentioned whether it is the flexor side and extensor side. But we should consider it as on both sides, palmar side as well as dorsal side. Then only we'll understand the concept of marma here. Okay. Now, if they are telling here Kurcha Shira is the location is present just below the wrist joint, then it is Snayu Marma and Rujakara Marma. Snayu, again, it is the tendon type of ligament or ligament type or tendon or ligament variety. Then it is Rujakara Marma. So it gives, if any injury to this particular part leads to the severe pain, because it is coming under the heading of Rujakara Marma. Then what happened if any injury? Ruja is the pain and Shofa is the swelling. Shofa means what here? Swelling. So these two things were observed when there is injury to the Kurcha Shira Marma. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Is it clear? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Where is the location of Kurcha Shira? Anyone? Hello?
Just below the
Where is
Manibandha.
the location of Kurcha Shira Marma?
Below the
Just
distal
below-
side of the Manibandha Sandhi.
Okay, just below the Manibandha Sandhi. Already I have told it not belongs to any palmar side or dorsal side. In Ayurvedic part, it is just location of over the skin surface. So we should understand on both sides, palmar side as well as on the dorsal side. Now I will be going to the next marma, that is Manibandha marma. Is it clear? Is it clear or why?
Yes,
sir.
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Now which marma I am dealing?
Manibandha.
Which marma? Manibandha. Manibandha means what?
Manibandha.
Already we have come across this word. So which joint
Manibandha.
we should consider as Manibandha?
Wrist.
Which joint, man?
Wrist, sir. Wrist.
Joint. So if it is a wrist joint, then what is the marma vastu? What could be the marma vastu? Whether it is Sandhi marma, Snayu marma, Sira marma.
Sandhi Marma.
Very nice.
Sandhi Marma.
Sandhi Marma.
Sandhi marma, because it is coming under the category of Sandhi marma. Is it clear now? And it is also Rujakara marma. It is also coming under the heading of what here? Rujakarama. Rujakara means if any injury to such marma leads to what? Severe pain. Now, then how to locate the wrist joint? How to locate the wrist joint here? They have given Pada Jangayo. Pada means foot and leg. समझ में आ रहा है? Now hand and forearm. Now anyone who locates the wrist joint, where is the where is the location of wrist joint? It is present between forearm and the hand. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Hand means whatever part is there in front of forearm, that is called as hand. Same way in Ayurveda, so we have the reference. It is present between Hasta and Prakosta. Hasta is means what? Hand, and Prakosta means forearm. It is the location of Manibandha. And if it is Marma, then we consider it as Marma. If it is Sandhi, then we consider as a Manibandha Sandhi. That is the wrist joint. The same, both explanation, Ayurveda explanation, even modern explanation are both are same. What modern explanation explains about? It is present between hand and forearm. Then what Ayurveda explains? It is present between hasta, that is the hand, and prakosta. Prakosta is forearm. Is it clear?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay.
Yes,
Next,
sir.
it is coming under the category of Sandhi Marma and Rujakara Marma. Then what happened if any injury? There is Stabda Padata. Stabda Hastata means what here? Numbness of the limb, numbness of the hand. There, numbness means what? Where you will not feel any sense over the that affected part. Okay, you cannot feel any sense. Touch sensation is going to lost at that particular junction. Then लिंपिंग गेट, लिंपिंग मतलब क्या होता है? लिंपिंग गेट मीन्स उसको क्या बोलते हैं? खंजता. लिंपिंग गेट मीन्स लेमनेस. द हैंड कैनॉट मूव, you cannot move your hands properly, the fingers cannot be moved properly, you cannot flex the fingers, you cannot extend the fingers. So all these the things are going to observe when the manibandha marma is injured. So very simple, it is like nerve to blood vessels at that particular junction, nerve to any injury to nerve, any injury to the blood vessel, any injury to the muscle at that particular junction. So your most prominent is nerve. Next, Manibandha is clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now we are moving. Which marma?
Indrabasti.
Kurpara.
No, other side. 44, page number 44.
Indrabasti.
Indrabasti.
Can anyone please locate the Indrabasti marma by seeing the diagram?
Center of the forearm.
Very nice. Center of the forearm. So it is same explanation. Indrabasti, that is the middle of the calf, that is the center of the forearm. And so what that during the dissection, what you have observed there at that particular junction? What have you seen there during the dissection? We have named the muscle, superficial group muscles, deep muscles on the
Legs,
back side.
brachioradialis,
Very nice.
Pronator
Brachioradialis. Then
pronator
Ulnar
teres.
number of
artery.
muscles. There are 20
Median
muscles.
nerve.
Median nerve, radial artery.
Very nice. There is the bifurcation of the radial artery into ulnar artery and radial artery, and we have come across the intraosseous nerve, anterior intraosseous nerve, posterior intraosseous nerve. So all these things are there. So same way, if Indrabasti marma is the Mamsa marma, there's a Mamsa is predominant there because the very large group of muscles are present, and it is coming under the heading of Kalantara Pranahara marma. Then what happened if there is any injury to that marma? Shonita Kshaya. What is the word Shonita Kshaya indicates? What do you mean by Shonita Kshaya? Now students should reply properly. Shonita means what? Shonita means what? Shonita, you have come across this word Shonita in Kriya Sharir also many times.
Yes, sir.
Shonita means what? Blood or what?
Ovum.
शोणित का मतलब क्या है?
Om.
Shonita is the blood. We should consider as now here at this present junction, it is the blood. Kshaya means loss, severe loss of blood, and if it is not treated, then because of the severe loss of blood, person may die. This is the explanation. If any injury to Indrabasti marma, the two things are going to happen. One thing is severe loss of blood, and second thing is death. Is it clear? Getting the things or what?
Yes, sir.
Or
Yes,
sleeping?
sir.
Or sleeping or what?
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay. Now,
No, sir.
okay. Now, how to locate the wrist joint? Anyone, please? How to locate the wrist joint? वो कहाँ कहाँ से कहाँ बिटवीन में है रिस्ट ज्वाइंट?
Sir, between palm and
Between hand and
It is
forearm.
present
forearm and
between
hand.
forearm and arm. Is it clear? Is it clear or what?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Is it
Yes,
present?
sir.
That marma, sorry, that is wrist joint is present. The elbow joint is present between arm and forearm. Same way, arm is considered as in Ayurveda bahu, then forearm is considered as prakosta. So it is present between bahu and prakosta. That location we should consider as kurpara. If it is marma, then it is a kurpara marma. If it is sandhi, it is the kurpara sandhi that we can compare with the elbow joint. Is it clear? So location is very clear. It is present between arm and forearm. Now, which category it belongs to? Whether it belongs to snayu marma, sandhi marma, or sira marma?
Sandhi marma.
Sandhi
Very
marma.
nice. It belongs to sandhi marma. Why sandhi marma here? What is the
Sandhi
definition of
marma.
sandhi? If two bones or more than two bones, they join at a particular, that they join together, or the junction of two bones or more than two bones is called as sandhi. So here it comes under the sandhi marma, and any injury to this leads to vikalata, or coming under the category of vaikalekara marma. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So normally, if any injury to your elbow joint, what happened? Now student must tell their
Pain, sir.
opinion. Now you have to share your opinion. Suppose आपका elbow joint injury हो गया, क्या हो सकता है? क्या क्या problem हो सकता है? Whether you are able to move your elbow joint?
No.
No, sir.
No.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Or
Pain.
problem with the bending, that is the extension of the elbow joint.
No, sir.
Problem with the extension of the elbow joint, or there may be a severe continuous pain. There may be a swelling over the joint. There may be any redness over the joint. So and so things are observed when injury to that part. If deep injury, so there we have cubital fossa. Cubital fossa में brachial artery injury हो सकता है, और टेंडन रहता है, biceps brachii tendon may damage to the biceps tendon, or very close to the biceps tendon is the median nerve. There may be a chances, if on the front side, if elbow joint is injured, there may be a damage to the median nerve. On the medial side, medial epicondyle is there. If any damage on that medial side of the elbow joint, that is over the medial epicondyle, there may be a damage to the ulnar nerve. So on the same way, on the lateral epicondyle, the posterior aspect of the lateral epicondyle, if there is any damage to that elbow joint on posterior side, there may be a damage to the radial nerve, because all three nerves are passing through the elbow joint. One on front side, that is on the anterior side, one on medial side, and one on lateral side. So all the view, there is a 3D view. 3D means it may be the front side, back side, or medial side, or lateral side. If any injury to this junction may lead to the nerve damage, arterial damage, muscular damage, ligament tearing, tendon tearing, then the maybe sometime, if very deep injury, maybe subluxation. What subluxation means? Or dislocation of the joint may happen. So such things are going to seen when kurpara marma is injured. और विकलता का मतलब होता है nerve to damage to the nerves or anything. That is the lakshanas are the lameness of the hand. That is the person cannot move, cannot utilize his own hand because it is damaged, because there is a damage to the nerve and so many important structure over the elbow joint. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Now
Yes, sir.
I think
Yes,
by
sir.
seeing the different variety of marmas, are you getting what exactly the concept of marma?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Still, if there is any confusion, let me know it first. Is there any confusion to understanding the concept of marma?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No,
So
sir.
for that, one should dissect the body very properly, very regularly, so that you can see those structures, so that you can remember all the structure over that particular part of the body. अगर मैंने एल्बो जॉइंट बोल दिया, आप लोगों को क्या बोलते हैं? इट इज द लोअर एंड ऑफ रेडियस, अपर एंड ऑफ lower end of humerus bone, then upper end of radius, then upper end of ulna bone. All these forms the joint over there. Then which are the ligaments there? There is the radial collateral ligament, ulnar collateral ligament, anterior ligaments, and posterior ligaments, and there it forms the capsule. Then blood supply. There are so many recurrent arteries supplying over the elbow joint. So all together, see, all these structure forms the marma over there. Not only one structure, all structure are present, but one structure will be the prominent. If that prominent structure is injured or damaged, then so many things are going to occur. So many signs and symptoms are going to occur. Next, ani marma. What do you mean by ani marma here? Are you getting the picture there over your mobile screen?
Yes,
Yes,
sir. Yes, sir.
There,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
one ani marma.
Yes, sir.
Today 2 marmas, and tomorrow the remaining portion I will complete. What is ani marma here? Just see.
Above
Please
the
locate-
corpora, sir.
Okay.
located
Above
above
the corpora.
Medial
Biceps.
side.
Biceps.
Okay.
Biceps.
Biceps.
Bicep. Here, the locations they have given locations above the corpora. 3 finger above the corpora marma. 3 finger they have mentioned. 3 angula. 3 angula. Angula means finger. You keep 3 fingers over the cubital fossa, and just mark the upper point. That upper point will be the ani marma. That upper point will be the what here? Ani marma. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
There is a location.
Yes, sir.
There is a location. If you keep the 3 finger over the cubital fossa and just mark the upper point of mark, that is the finger. There is the ani marma. Or in general, it is 3 finger above the elbow joint, on front side, even on the back side. If it is there on the front side, biceps muscle will come. If it is there on the back side, the triceps muscle will come. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So which are the structures coming over there, already dissected part, so that I am asking this question?
Biceps.
Tendons of
muscle.
bicep, that means
Biceps muscle.
median
नीचे
ulnar
क्या
and
रहता है?
medial
biceps के
nerve.
नीचे,
Lower femoral.
biceps के नीचे क्या रहता है?
Biceps and triceps.
Coracobrachialis.
Coracobrachialis above hook. So you will not get here at this junction. You will not get the coracobrachialis muscle. Coracobrachialis muscle is there in the upper portion, but in the lower portion you will get the one important muscle is biceps brachii on the flexor side. Then you will get the brachialis muscle, and between these two muscles you will get the musculocutaneous nerve. So this is the junction. Same way on the posterior side you will get the triceps muscle. That is the lower portion of the triceps muscles. Deep to that triceps muscle you get the radial narrow. Very easy to find out radial narrow on the back side at this junction, even during anatomical dissection also. Okay. Now, if any injury to this muscle, this area, ani marma, it is coming under the heading of snayu marma, and it is the Vaikalekara marma. Snayu, again, it is a variety of ligament or tendon type of muscle, marma. Then Vaikalekara means any injury leads to the Vikalata, deformity. Then what happened if any injury to this marma is Shofa Aviruddhi. Means what? Shofa means swelling. Any injury to this marma leads to, there is increased continuous swelling will be there. Then Stabda Sakti. So these are the words exactly that we have to use it from, as it is from the Shushruta Marma Sharira chapter. Stabda Sakti means limb. Stabda means numbness of the limb. Numbness means, see, this word numbness is means what? It is the failure of nerve to perceive the touch sensation. Numbness means the patient will not feel any touch sensation. So that is the numbness. Stabda Shakti. The whole upper limb is not able to feel the touch sensation. That is the numbness of limbs. This is the, then one more thing is Shofa Abhiruddhi. Shofa Abhiruddhi means the continuous increase in the swelling. So these two things are going to happen when Ani Marma is injured. So getting the things, students?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now today I will stop my class today, but as I will tell you, as a assignment, everyone, please, if you have the Samhita book, please go through the Samhita book. If not, go to Google. There, put E-Samhita Sushruta version, E-Samhita Sushruta. Then that page will open. There you can read the Samhita is there. You can click over there so that there will be the option Sutra Sthana, Nidana Sthana, Sharira Sthana. Click over the Sharira Sthana. Then on one side, it will ask for subject, this chapter, first chapter, second chapter, put there, sixth chapter, so that you will get the sequence slokas. So at least try to read those slokas and try to inculcate these words, whatever the words used there, like Parshni, Janga, then Uru, Lo, those, whatever the things are there, Barvi, Orvi, so many things are there. So Kaksha, then Purpara, Manibandha, all these are very important words to understand the concept of Marma. Please read it there. And tomorrow, first I will ask some questions related with the same upper limb marmas, because tomorrow class is lower limb marma. Upper limb and lower limb marmas are not different. Only in three places there are the different names they have used. Three places where they have different names are used. So tomorrow will be the same continuous class, and along with some repetitions. Please keep yourself the things means आप लोगों को श्लोका को राइट अप करके लिखना है. मैं आप लोगों को श्लोका पढ़ने के लिए बोलूंगा. I will tell regarding to read the shlokas, then you have to just read the shlokas by seeing the whatever already you have taken it from the sources. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Is it clear? So be prepared yourself. See, if you are not showing any interest in other things, it is not possible for us also. Student must give some answers. Then only we are able to tell interestingly. Is it clear? Shall we stop
Yes,
now?
sir.
Shall we
Yes,
stop
sir.
now? Now everyone,
Yes, sir.
please say loudly, Marma.
Marma.
Or
Marma.
Marma.
that where we have stopped.
Marma.
Where we have stopped today.
Ani Marma.
Ani Marma.
We have stopped.
Ani Marma.
Ani Marma.
Ani Marma.
See tomorrow,
Ani
and I'll put the student this content into the Google Classroom. Please read yourself. Please read yourself and go through that format. Okay.
Yes,
Thank you.
sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Marma.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Bye. Take care. Over. Thank you. ಬಂದ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು.
ಪೇಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ ನನ್ನ ಸರ್. ಓಕೆ.
This conference will now be recorded.